today we're going to talk about some handy odds and ends to take with you on a trip to Italy. Now, some of these odds and ends are really applicable to any sort of trip, but I took them with me to Italy, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. So let's look at the first thing. So first odd and end is this tiny little sewing kit. It's got several different colors of thread with needles pre-threaded, which is really helpful when you get older and you can't see without your reading glasses. So that makes it much easier to use these. There's also a little safety pin in here, and I find that safety pins are just useful for all sorts of things. So this takes up almost no room. It pretty much lives in my suitcase. It goes with me anywhere because, you know, if I'm out and about and I'm nowhere near my home base and I rip my shirt or my pants or something, I can solve that problem really quickly. So I think this is very helpful. Another odd and end that I kept in my suitcase that I think is really handy is this little disposable rain poncho. This is super light. It probably weighs less than an ounce. It takes up no room, and like I said, it's disposable. It's very lightweight. It's not something that you're going to want to reuse several times, but it's perfect for if you get trapped somewhere. So I put this in my suitcase, and then I put it in my day bag when I'm out and about. So I think it's very handy. Something that was kind of pertinent to Italy, although I guess it would apply to other places as well, is some hand sanitizer. Now, I am not a huge hand sanitizer girl. I am not a germaphobe. But the bathrooms on the trains in Italy were so disgusting. They were way more disgusting than a truck stop bathroom. So hand sanitizer is going to be a good thing. You know, you could wash your hands before you walk out of that bathroom, but you got to touch all sorts of things before you get out of there. When you get to the other side, you're going to want some hand sanitizer. So definitely take that. And this one has a lovely smell. It smells so good. All right, other odds and ends. This is something I take with me on almost every trip. Little Ziploc baggies. These come in handy for all sorts of things. You know, maybe you stepped in a mud puddle and your socks are soaked and it's time to pack up and go to the next destination. Put them in the bag and they're not going to get everything in your suitcase wet. I also use this to pack up wet soap. If I have to brush my teeth right before I have to walk out the door, then I can put my toothbrush in here so it's not getting things in my suitcase wet. I just find these are just useful for all sorts of things. I usually keep some in my day bag and I keep some in my suitcase. You know, maybe I'm on the train and I bought a snack and I want to share it with somebody, but they're sitting three rows over, and we can split up the snack and they can take their share off with them. And these are just handy for so many different things. So I always have a few of these in my suitcase. Let's see, a sleep mask. So this is something that's useful all sorts of places. I will say that there tends to be just more uniformity in, you know, hotel chains in the States about the curtains and how dark the room is and lights and all those sorts of things. We stayed in lots of historic hotels when we were in Italy, and you know, these were little mom and pop operations, and you know, it may be an 800-year-old building that's been converted to a hotel, and so there's some unpredictability that goes along with that. And so having this so that I can block out the light, or you know, maybe I want to go to sleep and my husband is not ready to go to sleep. He wants to read for a few minutes. So this is very helpful, keeps everybody happy, make sure you get a good night rest. All right, another little handy odd and end. I bought this little fold-out fan when I was in Greece. Does it say Greece? No, but it's got a Greek design on it. So oh, it does say Greece right there. So this was very helpful in Italy. We went during peak season and it was very hot. And so if you're waiting for a train or you're waiting for a taxi, it is just super hot. having this with me just made so much sense. I did see a lot of people who had these little battery operated numbers that would sit around their neck and then blow up at their face. Those were pretty cool, but this is probably lighter, and I didn't have to worry about batteries. So I have no problem using manpower. So those are my odds and ends that I took with me to Italy, and I also take with me to most other places. Hope you found that helpful, and I hope you will hit like and subscribe so you'll see future videos, and I hope to see you in Italy. Ciao.